Football is back, and the Chicago Bears have 2 first-round picks next year and 7 picks in the first 5 rounds. Ryan Poles has built this roster through the draft, and next year he's going to bring in more long-term building blocks, especially with 2 first-round picks, because it isn't just about this season or last season, it's about the future. With Ryan Poles, and the Bears' future looks great. With that being said, college football is back, and we all know the Bears will be looking to draft an edge rusher next year. It's pretty much a lock depending on how this year plays out. This weekend, we'll get a chance to see a ton of those pass rushers. I'm going to give you my early top 10 pass rushers for the Chicago Bears as targets in next year's draft and let you know which guys I'll be watching this weekend. Let's get right into it. First, here are my top 10 edge rushers. This is early rankings and it will change based on how these guys play this year. But coming in at number 1 is Jared Verse from Florida State. He's easily my top guy entering this season, and his game tonight is must-see TV. Florida State versus LSU at 7:30 Eastern. There's only one must-watch game of the weekend, and that's it. My number 2 guy is Penn State's Chop Robinson. Penn State plays at home tonight against West Virginia at 7:30 Eastern as well. I will have this up on another screen and have my eye on Chop, but I'll be watching him all year long. He's one of my favorite pass rusher prospects. My number 3 guy is Bralen Trice from Washington. If you haven't seen him play yet, do yourself a favor. They play Boise State at 3:30 Eastern today. Trice is a guy I loved on tape last season. At number 4, I have Alabama's Dallas Turner. This edge group is just insanely talented, and Alabama has another top-tier prospect in Turner. The Crimson Tide play Middle Tennessee in what should be a slobber knocker at 7:30 Eastern tonight. I won't be watching this one as there's too many games on at the same time. I'll watch the tape later, but they have a huge game versus Texas next week to keep an eye on. At number 5 and 6, I'm going to put both Ohio State edge rushers back to back with JT Tuimoloau and Jack Sawyer. Both guys have a ton of potential, and I've always enjoyed watching Ohio State football, but I'm even more interested now with Justin Fields as our quarterback. I'd love to have either one of these guys in a Bears uniform. They face Indiana on the road at 3:30 Eastern today. I love me some Big Ten football. At number 7, get to know this guy's name, Florida's Prince Will Umanmielen. He is a freak prospect to keep an eye on. Florida lost to Utah on Thursday night, and he didn't do much. He's going to need to produce if he wants to stay in my top 10 all year long, but I love this dude's potential. At number 8, I have Laiatu Latu from UCLA. They play late tonight at 10:30 Eastern against Coastal Carolina. I will have an eye on Latu. My number 9 ranked edge rusher is Oregon's Brandon Dorlus. He has a chance to wreak some havoc taking on Portland State today at 3 Eastern. And then at number 10, I have USC's Corey Foreman. He's a year younger, but I love his upside. USC already played this week, but he's a guy to keep an eye on going forward. I'm just going to be watching a ton of college football this year. I won't talk about it too much, but I do want to occasionally give you guys some updates and some players to familiarize yourself for next year's draft. I'm also currently watching Colorado take on TCU. You have to root for Deion Sanders as a big underdog. Been a great game so far. Tennessee's new quarterback, Joe Milton, is also worth watching. But tonight features the best game of the week with LSU versus Florida State. All eyes should be on Jared Verse in that one, but you should also keep an eye on the edge rusher opposite of him, Patrick Payton. He was a freshman last year, but he has the potential to form an elite combo with Jared Verse. LSU has monster defensive tackle Mason Smith on the other side. That game is just must-see TV for big college football fans. It's the only ranked team versus ranked team matchup of the week, with LSU coming in at number 5 in the nation and Florida State at number 8. Let me know who you guys will be watching if you are watching any college football today. Please hit that like button for me, and until next time, bear down.